Ladies and gentlemen, wanderers, my tribe, whether you're new or have been here before, welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we are going to see what dark truth you need to know about your path right now. If you've never seen any of these pick a card readings, then all you have to do is choose one of these three groups, whichever one caught your eye first. If you are unsure, you can always close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what dark truth do I need to know or be aware of at this current time in my life? Feel the words, feel the message, take another deep breath, and when you open your eyes, whichever pile or group grabbed your attention first, that will be your group. Okay, the timestamps are in the description box down below. And I would like to also remind you to like, comment, subscribe, because a lot of people that do watch my videos are not subscribed at all. And not only does it help my channel, but it helps other people find the guidance that they need. So you'll be helping others find the help on their own path. And don't forget that I do personal readings, so if that is something that is of interest to you, all the links are down below as well. So let us get into your reading. Hello to the first group. So let us see what dark truths you need to be aware of at this current time in your life. We got family and tribe. Strega, which is a witch. You got Shiva with the destroyer. And you got Loki with play. Which these two cards fell out together. So it tells me that it's possible that someone in your life is deceiving you or playing either with your emotions or manipulating you in some way. Okay, they tend to be a destructive force in your life. And also, there is a family history, either of witchcraft or people that weren't on the same type of path as other people. So people, let's say, some of your ancestors may have actually dabbled in the left-hand path, or they may have taken part in ways that weren't mainstream. So maybe they challenged ideas and beliefs, maybe they dabbled in things that the mainstream would be against, or the church would be against, or something. Okay, so you do have interesting, I guess, people, but also people that may have had a darkness about them. So it feels that there's a natural part of you that either has raw talent or a type of ability or something, and whoever this is limiting you or destroying your belief or confidence about yourself in some way. There's some sort of destruction or manipulation at play here. And if you do come from a background with magic in your veins, even if it's from a past life, because family and tribe doesn't have to be from this current lifetime, it could be like a soul family or something, but this person might be destroying your inner peace or that inner world that wants to flourish, that wants to thrive. So look at your life and see who is the one that is manipulating you, that is limiting you, that maybe makes you walk on eggshells, or you can't talk about everything around them. those are not the people you want to be around. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to cut off people that don't believe the same things you do. But if they're not allowing you to just be you, to be your authentic self, and they can't respect that, then they don't need your presence. Okay? Let's see what else you need to know. Wow, this is insane, because as I was taking out these cards, oh yeah, we're missing ones. As I was shuffling the cards, once we got the sword card, I kept thinking all we need is pentacles for you to be balanced, and then we got the pentacles, but I forgot that we are still missing the wands. So what you lack here, and the reason you aren't balanced, is because you aren't expressing yourself the way you need to. Okay, the wands is a fire element. It is a card of passion, of artistry, and things like that. So there is some sort of lack of self-expression or self-exploration of some kind. But what you need to know about this dark truth currently is that you do need to reflect and take some time to yourself here with the Hermit card. Because when you are by yourself, you can focus better. You're not distracted by other people's energies, or, you know, them calling you to do something or to come with you somewhere, or, you know, they keep talking around you. You need to sort of isolate yourself, even if it's a little each day, or for one full day, just get away from everything, whatever you need to do, because there is some insight that you will uncover or receive in some sort of way, whether it's a message from elsewhere, but you need to be in your self-reflection mode, because there's some sort of work that is being done to align you on the path you need to be on, some sort of wish fulfillment, or of achieving something that you truly want or have been working on, which might have been prevented by this toxic person or people. Okay? And there will be heartbreak, because you might need to let go of things you are familiar with because they're toxic for you, right? It's like Stockholm Syndrome. Just because you're so familiar with something doesn't mean it's good for you and for the long run. With the Two of Pentacles here, it suggests balancing, possibly keeping track of how you spend your money, because maybe money, for some reason, in some way, money might have also been the way this person has been manipulating you. Maybe they made you believe that you need to give them your paycheck because they're going to run the house, and so you give them your money, but that's how they have control over you, because then you need to ask them for some money to go buy something when that was your money. You earned it. Okay, so no one should have that kind of control over you. You should be able to make your own money and to control how you use it. But with the Two of Pentacles, it's telling you to sort of balance and to keep track of where you spend and how you spend in order to always have something on the side for an emergency. Okay? With underneath the deck you got the Eight of Wands, and with this card it's trying to tell you that it could be that maybe something bursts and just happens quickly, or that you may have many different options in front of you in order how to solve these specific issues, or to work on them and how to work on them. But it could lead you to other opportunities that benefit you in the long run, where you actually have the type of life that you want and deserve. I also think that with the Nine of Cups here, it's like, if this is, let's say, presented by you, this could be that you are creating your own magic, you're doing your own thing. But this Three of Swords is a heartbreak moment. Mentally having to let go of something and say goodbye to something, which again could be the thing you're so familiar with, but that doesn't serve you, that doesn't benefit you. Because it might just be draining your energy, distracting your focus from achieving what you need to achieve. Okay? So that is all I have for you for today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so other people can find the guidance that they need. And also, don't forget to check out my Ko-fi page, where you can support me by leaving a tip. You can get a personal reading that is specifically catered to you. There's 3 different price options, 3 different choices to choose from, so that in case you don't have much to work with, you can always opt for the lower price. Because I don't want to limit my readings to just people that are wealthy, like most readers tend to do. I like to have different price points for any type of financial situation. You can also shop there, and you can also become a member, and you can basically upgrade, downgrade, or cancel at any time you wish. So you can check that out and maybe try for a month and see how it goes. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I wish you luck, and I'll see you next time. Hello group 2, and welcome to your reading. So, what dark truth do you need to be aware of at this current time in your life? You got Ra with power. You got creation. And you got healing. This sort of gives me the energy that someone is using their power over you by possibly bribing you with something, or getting from you what they need. And you might be giving it to them in order to keep the peace, or to get what you want from them, but you're giving more than what you are getting, type of thing. And this healing card reminds you that there's something inside of you that is broken, that needs to be healed in order to take your power back and to create for yourself. It sort of feels like someone is using your sexual energy for their gain, and you aren't getting what you deserve. It's almost like a contract instead of being romantic or sexual with this person because of a love connection or something that comes from the heart. It sort of feels like an abuse of power. So let's see what else we got. Yeah, I think this card fell out from this pile. It's ecstasy with Dionysus. So this is some sort of sexual power. Okay, so this is really interesting, you guys. You got the star card here with healing. Okay, so you do need to heal in order to change direction in how this is going. Okay, because if you don't change the direction, if you don't take your power back, or at least remove this person from your life, whoever this is, you are basically in this soul trap. Okay, the devil card here shows a mermaid inside a cage. Okay, but the thing is, this cage, this lock, is unlocked, so they can get out. Basically, you can get out at any time you want. Okay, you have the option to do so. So, an Eight of Cups here shows walking away from something. Okay, because this thing, as you can see, this situation is causing so much anxiety and insomnia and stress in your life. Okay, it's eating you from the inside. Okay, the swords are mental energy. This is causing you to have these mental episodes where you just feel like you're spiraling because of what is happening. Okay, you have power. I want you to remember that. No matter how insane your circumstance is, there are so many different options. You are not a prisoner. Okay, if anything, you're the prisoner of your own mind. But you have to let this person go. I don't care what they have over you. Your freedom means everything. Even if they embarrass you, even if they, I don't know, leak things about you, at the end of the day, your freedom means everything. Okay, so healing needs to take place because you deserve better than this. And underneath the deck, you got the Hermit. So you need to spend time being alone. Either every day, a little at a time, or just removing yourself from this type of lifestyle or this person in order to rebuild yourself, to reflect, to get to know yourself and who you are beyond this person or these people or this circumstance or this society, whatever it is. Who are you beyond all that? Beyond the illusions and the identities and personas that they have built upon you. Who are you? When you dig all of that out, when you shed away all that garbage, who are you at the end of the day? Okay, you need to figure that out. Because your freedom means everything and you can be happy. But you need to change direction. You need to start healing yourself. Don't allow them to take your mind with them, to take your soul, your spirit. Doesn't matter what they give you, even if it's some glamorous life, what you give to them, what they drain from you is not worth it. And remember that when it comes to healing, you don't need to heal everything all at once. Okay, healing takes time. So even if you do a little bit each day, if you work on yourself, if you reflect, if you journal it down and do some breathing techniques, maybe some yoga in order to expel the emotions that have been buried deep inside you, okay, because yoga does do that. Whether it's meditation or even having a really good cry, whatever you need to do, but each day do a little bit at a time, okay, and that tends to gather up and you eventually heal a chunk of yourself. Okay, so don't underestimate the little moments of healing. because they too are part of it. Okay? And talk to someone if you need to. Seek guidance or therapy or counseling, whatever you need to do in order to spin this wheel of fortune and get your life on track. Okay, so group 2, that is all I have for you today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. These 3 acts helps these videos reach other people that do need the guidance, that do need to hear this message, okay? This isn't just for me and helping my channel grow, but for others to get the guidance that they need. And also, if you do want to support me in some way, or if you do want more guidance that is catered specifically to you and you alone, check out my Ko-fi page. The link is in the description box below. You can leave a tip. You can commission a reading. And I have 3 different price points depending on what kind of reading you want, or also depending on what financial situation you're in. You can shop there, and you can also become a member where there's no commitment needed, as you can upgrade, downgrade, or cancel at any time you wish. Okay, so check out my Ko-fi and just browse through it. Just see, if there's anything of interest to you. All the support I get goes back into my channel, into my art, and everything else. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Welcome group 3 to your reading. So let us see what dark truth you need to know about your current path. You got Osiris with renewal. You got courage. And you got reconciliation. So I feel like there is some identity crisis, struggle, or yearning for a glow up. Because maybe your life has been stagnant and you're just so bored or frustrated with yourself or your surroundings or something, where you are seeking some sort of renewal. Okay? But you got the courage card. So it seems like there are doubts or fears regarding this renewal, or knowing what you have to do, but having doubts and being afraid because you don't know how it will end up or how someone will react or something, because we got reconciliation here. So this could be that this could be 2 different things. Either having the courage to reconcile with yourself, because maybe you feel some sort of guilt or shame. Yes, and that's why you want the renewal. Because either maybe something has happened to you, even if it's long ago, but this baggage has been sort of dragging behind you your entire life, or as long as this thing was a part of you. And you just want to end it already. You want to live in this new energy, this new state of being, of who you truly are now, and not the old version of you, the old version that maybe was depressed, or that was frustrated, that had anger issues, or that was boring and mundane, right? You want like this full renewal. But before you can get to this stage, you need to have the courage to forgive yourself. Even if you did nothing wrong, forgive yourself, and maybe not getting help, or not doing what you should have done, or basically it's not you that was a problem. Maybe you just lacked that courage to do something, or to say something, or to not do what you actually did. Whatever it is, you need the courage to forgive yourself, because You can't move forward until you deal with this. It's this type of darkness that takes over you sometimes. It's like it feels like you wanted to step into this new fresh energy of being this new you, but this thing always keeps dragging behind you, and then you revert back to your old self, and then you're frustrated because you don't want to be in the identity of the old self, and it's just a cycle that keeps repeating. With the number 3 here, okay, it's 30, but 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 is the number of expression of creativity and things like that. So try to maybe connect with some sort of creative medium, an outlet for yourself in order to heal this. Maybe write a story about this situation. Maybe write a poem about it and how you truly feel. Even if it's angry and frustrating, just purge that through that poem. You can also, if you're a visual person, like a visual artist, create an artwork, not of what happened, but how this thing makes you feel. Okay? So is it neglect? Is it abandonment of yourself? Is it frustration? You know, how would frustration look in a visual sense for you? Okay, so do what you need to do, but you need to heal this. So let's see what else you get. Okay, you guys got some interesting cards here. With the Two of Pentacles here in the beginning, it feels like there is this juggle, this balancing act between these two sides of you. Okay? It's like, it's always some sort of cycle, right? You're one person, but then you're another. You revert back to that old self, and then you come forward again with, having this fresh energy and wanting that fresh start, but then, and it keeps going, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles here, I want you to know that this sort of, whether it's a healing or forgiveness or whatever this process looks like for you, it is not a fast process. You cannot just quickly do it in one day and that's it, okay? It'll take time. But the thing is, how you work on this, even if it's slow, it is steady, and it is slow, steady, but guaranteed, okay? The Knight of Pentacles in the original tarot portrays every knight card, right? So Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, all these knight cards portray a person on a horse, right? And every one of those shows a different speed that this horse has. Okay, so for example, the Knight of Cups is sort of slow and dreamy, right? But then the Knight of Swords is like quick and fast-paced, right? It's like speeding. But the Knight of Pentacles originally portrays a man on a horse on like a field or farm of sorts, and he's just standing in place. Because the Knight of Pentacles is an energy much like a garden is, okay? So even if you don't see the growth underneath the ground, doesn't mean it's not growing, okay? And when finally that plant comes out of the ground, it is so tiny, right? and you think like, how long will it take for this to grow into this fruit or vegetable or flower or whatever it is you planted? But the thing is, it's not about speed, right? It's about patience. Being patient with yourself, being more kind to yourself, more forgiving, and taking it one day at a time, because eventually all the work that you do, even if it's a little bit each day, all the work that you do on yourself eventually gathers and collects, and then you become the person you were meant to be, which is this Fool card of this new adventure, this new identity, new energy, right? You're walking into something fresh and new, okay? And then you got the Sun card here with brightness, vibrance, energy, and then you got the Ace of Cups with new opportunities. So all of this work that you do on yourself, this forgiveness, this maybe meditation, spending more time alone, right? Eventually it leads to a more positive outlook, a more advanced you, right? That renewal that you wanted and seeked for so long, that eventually comes to be because you worked on this. Okay, imagine this like on your computer. If you're familiar with the concept of defragmenting, right? Where your computer sort of like puts everything where it needs to be, creates more space, right? Or if you've ever played the game of Tetris, right? So all those little blocks gets built up over time, but then the work you do and where you put what, it eventually frees up all that space, okay? So that's what you're doing with your mind and with your life in general, okay? So working a little bit at a time will eventually create that new identity because you're removing one piece of clutter at a time. And remember, what also helps you renew yourself and form this new identity you want to step into is also purging. Okay, do not underestimate the power of purging from your home. Literally every scrap of paper, every drawer, every closet, your garage, your attic, every room in your home, even the bathroom, purge out everything that you have no interest in, that you overgrown, that is expired, that isn't your style anymore, that doesn't inspire you anymore, that doesn't feel right, or that doesn't boost that feeling of inspiration, creativity, whatever it is. Okay, get rid of it. Because if you want to step into your new energy, you don't want to hold on to or hoard old energies. You need to create space for new. Now that doesn't mean that you have to throw away pieces of your past that actually you do enjoy, right? You can create a little memory box and have these little trinkets and things from your past in there that you actually love to look at, that remind you of good times from your decade, whatever you're in. I was a 90s child. So you can have that, that piece of history for yourself. But everything else, just, donate, sell, throw out, whatever you need to do. Okay, because that also helps you remove the past and allows you to step into this new identity of who you truly are, not a made-up persona, okay? Underneath the deck, which is interesting, you got the 10 of Swords. No, wait, Cups is here. Wait, Cups, Pentacles, Swords. Oh, we're missing... Yeah, the last group had this as well. We're missing... Wands. So, yes, okay, Wands is also a form of expression, but in a more creative and passionate way. Maybe partaking in some sort of art medium in order to express yourself and to get back to loving yourself, to get in touch with your divine, okay? Because with the 10 of Swords here, this this sort of timeline of events of how you work on yourself and get into this new energy that is more vibrant and freeing and with new opportunities and things like that. Ten of Swords is telling you that you then end up killing off your past self. Okay? You end up like shedding away the old energy of who you used to be and stepping into the new. Okay? That's when you get that renewal. Okay? So be kind to yourself, okay? Learn to forgive yourself. What happened, happened. You can't change it, but you can be better tomorrow, okay? You can start the steps of becoming a better person for yourself, for others, okay? So I hope you guys take the time to forgive yourself, to heal, to work on this in order to be the true you that you need to be. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in order for my videos to reach people that do need the guidance and the message that might be here for them. Okay, and consider checking out my Ko-fi page. Even if you don't, plan on supporting or anything, at least look through it, see if there's any interest that you may have within. You can basically leave a tip. You can get a personal reading that is catered to you specifically. You can shop there, and you can also become a member. Okay, becoming a member gives you monthly perks, and there's no commitment needed. So that means that you can upgrade, downgrade, or cancel at any time you want. So you can try it out for a month, see how it goes, and what you do is up to you. Okay, so best of luck to you, and I hope you thrive and become the person you're meant to be. I'll see you guys next time.